sort of tighten the screws defensively in that fourth quarter like good teams do.
Yeah, that's true. They had a 15-0 run at the 9-minute mark was to change the game. I mean, they're one of the best defensive teams in the league, and I thought we went toe-to-toe with them until that mark, and that's when they turned it up, and we didn't execute. They took us out of when I thought we had some good looks in those situations, and we didn't knock them down. They come down, made tough shots. I thought Corver got going. He and John Lucas did a heck of a job of making their shots, and we had some good looks. And in those situations, when you know the championship team is turning up the screws, you got to make every play. There's no room for negotiations in those situations.
It seemed defensively in the first three quarters, you pretty much held them in check well enough, and then
we did.
Did they just run different stuff or get different?
No, they ran a lot of the same stuff. I think it just kind of wore us down, grinding us down. That's their game, and that's the kind of playoff basketball that you got to play. And it doesn't go in an up and down game when you get to the championship level, and that's what a playoff game is about right there. You grind it out, defensive-minded game. You got to keep that defensive focus for most of the game. I would say 44 minutes of the game. You can't have a 9-minute lapse. Or it wasn't really a 9-minute, but more of a 4-minute lapse at the 9-minute mark that where we were. So, but those are the type of games you got to be able to play to be successful.
It's interesting because you take Rose out of that lineup. It's not full of game breakers, really.
Well, they still have shot makers. I mean, you talk about John Lucas is a shot maker, and Kyle Korver is probably the best three-point shooter in the league. And those two guys broke our back. And again, they know how to win. They're a championship team. They've been there, done that, and they have the best. There's not an accident. They have the best record in the league, and they did it when they had to, Mike. And that's what believe me. I keep saying this. We got to learn how to do. We got to learn how to make those easy shots and chippies. Know how to take care of the ball, and not have crucial turnovers in that stretch of game. Play. We always have a stretch that comes up to bite us.
DeMar had an effective game for most of it, but Andrea really didn't seem to get going. Did he look tentative on offense?
Well, he had some good looks and missed some shots. Again, anytime you miss 20 games or a whole month of a season and you're not able to do anything, able to practice, you're not going to come back in the form you were before you came back, and that's where he is. And he's trying to find it. And my thing is, when you're a shooter, you're not going to forget how to shoot. And we got to ride with him. He's our guy, one of our guys, and he'll get it back once he gets his sea legs back under him. I trust that he's going to get his three-point shooting back, or his offense back.
What did you see from Jared in that 90 seconds in the first quarter before he had to?
Not a lot. He wasn't healthy. He tried it, which I give him a lot of credit, but his hip locked up on him and he couldn't go. And he tried, though. I do commend him for coming out and trying, because we needed him, and that's what you got to have to have a winning program. Guys playing when they're hurt, and when a little injured, not injured but hurt, and play through it. And he tried. No, go ahead.
On a great start, it's not over the field first 15 minutes, 15 points. How did Chicago adapt to him?
Well, they started. They kept on switching up the matchups. Luol Deng went on him some. Ronnie Brewer went on him some. Kyle Korver, who was a great lock and go guy, went on him some. They started switching out onto their big guys onto the pin downs that we have for DeMar, and that was effective. And in that stretch, that he kind of took him out. That's when you got to have somebody else to step up and take that over. I thought DeMar did have it going. We was trying to go to him in those situations, but again, Chicago is not chopped liver. So we again competed for I say 3.5 quarters of the game.